YouTube. Today we're going to do this bumper on a 2010 Jeep Wrangler. The bumper we have here today has 4 sets of fog lights, or 2 fog lights, and you could use these 2 middle ones on a separate switch. Today I'm wiring all 4 of them up to the fog lights. The lights on the outside have 4 LEDs. The inner 2 lights have 6 LEDs, and it looks like they have a different light spreader in front of the LED. On top of the bumper we have 2 holes which we can either put something like an 18-inch light bar or 2 KC lights on. Then in the middle we have the spot to mount the winch. Underneath we have this plastic cover. You're going to need a Phillips. You're going to unscrew the center of these clips, which is hard to do with one hand. We unscrew the center till it comes out enough, and then the whole clip will pull out. Underneath the back side of the same plastic cover, you have 1 clip on each side that holds the bottom of it up. Now take your thumb, push this clip on the fog light, and disconnect it on both sides. On the outside of the frame you're going to have 2 18mm nuts. You're going to need an extension, a 3-inch extension should be fine, and a deep well socket. On the inside by the fog light you're going to have the same thing. Now we're going to remove 3 nuts on each side and loosen the last one on each side. Then you're going to get a buddy to hold the bumper while you take off the last 2 nuts. So one person get under the car, take out those last 2 nuts, and then have your friend go ahead and pull the bumper off without bashing you in the face with any brackets. You have 2 more clips like you did on that bottom plastic piece. Take that one out and that one out over here, and then remove this plastic piece. So 3 out of these 4 holes are 9/16. The top outside corner is only 7/16. So I'm going to make the smaller one to a 9/16, and the bumper should slide right on, no problem. Drilling those 2 holes out to 9/16 allows a nice tight fit, so you're going to have to make sure you put it on straight. You can't put it on one side and then slide in the other side. Take these strengthening braces, brackets, whatever you want to call this junk. You're gonna after you put the bumper on, you're gonna slide these back over the studs before putting the hardware back on. When putting the hardware on, you're gonna use a flat washer, then the split lock washer, and then the nut. For the bolt, you're gonna have the bolt, put the lock washer, and then the flat washer, and then you're gonna thread that into the only open threaded hole in the bumper support. So the nut and the bolt are 2 different sizes. The bolt you thread in is an 18, and the nuts are all 19mm. Now when you're tightening these, make sure they're gut and tight. That's German for really fucking tight. So this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like once I show you the steps. I just put tape over everything for no reason, but just more or less to keep the dirt out. I'll show you the steps on how to do this, and then obviously it's not going to be hanging down like this. We're going to tuck it up in here. There's a area to tuck it in, and up in here too. What you're going to want to do is cut the fog light and leave about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, so that in the future if you want to put the stock bumper back on, you can just crimp this back together and you're good. So pull the wires out of this loom and then cut it like I said to cut it. You're going to need some 18 gauge wire and some of these crimp caps. These I got from AutoZone, and they're little just topper crimp caps. you're going to want to go ahead and strip about 3/8 of an inch of wire. Take the two pieces of 3/8 stripped, twist them together like this, nice and tight. Then you're going to put this cap on, and then you're going to grab the part of the crimper that has the nipple, and you're going to use a nipple to crimp the metal band inside. Cut the wires, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches, because you're going to need to run these in parallel. This light up here and the light down here, you're going to have to run both in parallel in order for them to work correctly. So both reds are going to go together, and then both reds are going to go on this white or yellow, whatever this color is, the not black color. Black is the ground, and then the black is going to go to these two blacks on both sides. So you're going to take the two wires that you connected to the red on both LED fog lights. You're going to take and twist these together. And then you're going to find the non-black wire, and that's on the driver and passenger side. The hot wire is a different color, but on both sides the ground is black. So you can't really screw this up, I hope. So yeah, you just twist it like that and then put your cap on like you did the rest and crimp that shit tight. To make it less messy, don't just wire it like this and then you got 4 wires dangling around. Go ahead and sort of semi-twist these. Just a few. We're getting attacked by coyotes right now. I don't know if you can hear them on the camera, but they're pretty loud. So you go ahead, twist the black ones like this. Then do the same thing again. Twist the 2 wires. Then grab your black. Twist your black on. Then take your last crimp cap, put it on, crimp it. Now it's time for beautification. So jam this back in as best you can, because obviously now you have all these extra wires. So fiddle with it, put it all in. Then you're going to take electrical tape, you're going to fold these up like that. Start wrapping from farther up. That way it's nice and sealed. You don't get any water or dirt or anything. And you're going to over wrap it. Every time you go around, you want the tape to go over half of it again. Now all we have left to do is tuck these up inside the bumper so they don't look stupid like this, and use some zip ties, tie it all up. This is what it looks like with the headlights. Now we're going to turn the fog lights on. Holy shit! Here's the headlights with the fog lights. That's just the fog lights. And that's how dark it is without anything. I'd like to thank all of you for coming by, checking out this install. As far as a review of this, the coating's real nice. Seems like it's decently thick. The LEDs are bright as hell. And it seems pretty sturdy. These hooks here come with it, so you don't have to worry about buying those. I guess obviously if you want different ones, you can buy them and put them on. The wiring's pretty simple, and overall, for the money, this thing is super cheap. So for the money, I totally recommend this. On top here, the 18-inch light bar is going to be a future video. And then we'll do a winch install as well. So stay tuned for that. Till next time, wrench on.